Hello, I'm Rose Diamond, and I'd like to talk with you for a few minutes today about how it might help you to build your own inner soul sanctuary. And since you're here, I'm sure you're someone who is on a conscious path, in other words, an intentional path towards realizing more of your full humanity and your higher self. And this path is very challenging for all of us. It involves a process of deep healing combined with a process of creative empowerment. My experience, these two threads of deep healing and creative empowerment are intertwined. It's part of what I call our soul work. And as we progress along the path, in my experience also, it doesn't get any easier. I've been on this path now for several decades, and I find that we're always beginners. I'm always a beginner. I'm always at the beginning because the next challenge is always different from the ones that came before. It doesn't get any easier. And I liken this process of healing and creativity to the in-breath and the out-breath. When we breathe in inspiration, we breathe in energy, we breathe in nourishment. And when we breathe out, we let go of what we no longer need. We let go of the old. So we breathe in the new and we breathe out and let go of the old. And this in and out breath, this movement of the breath, stirs and activates everything which is within us. So everything within us which is not yet aligned with our intention to be fully human, to be whole, to be wholly, fully realized human beings, everything which is not yet aligned with that arises to be seen and experienced. And we have the opportunity to welcome and integrate these fragmented or exiled parts of ourselves back into ourselves, into the community of who we are, and therefore to realize more of our wholeness. This process of deep healing is very challenging because it brings to our awareness aspects of ourselves that we don't particularly like, that we feel uncomfortable with, that we want to reject, that we're resistant to. I'm sure if you recognize what I'm saying here. And it's even more challenging because most of us who are doing this deep, intense inner work are also involved with keeping a life together in the outer world. You know, we have projects, we have jobs, we have money to make, houses to keep going, families to support. So we're doing all of this, the often intense inner work combined with the creative work and the effort of keeping a life together in the world as it is today. So the way that many of us replenish ourselves is by we go off and find an outer soul sanctuary. We find a beautiful retreat somewhere where we can be still, where we can meditate, where we can let go of the cares of the world, where we can come into stillness, come into that greater alignment, drink in the beauty around us. I'm very lucky because I actually live permanently in such a soul sanctuary right now, looking out into the mountains and the sea and the big sky. But my question with Build Your Soul Sanctuary is how can we build that spaciousness, that beauty, that holding, that bigger holding, that inspiration? How can we create and hold that within us so that it's always there, so that we don't have to go away to find it? We can go in to find it. It's here. It's right here. And many of us at this time are in the process of making this inner soul sanctuary a reality. But we move in and out of it. I certainly do. At times I feel very, very present, very peaceful, very contented, very fulfilled. And then the next wave of healing comes along and I'm jostled and shaken again. And I'm really having to face what's most difficult in my life. And many of us are at that stage at the moment. We're moving in and out of a greater sense of wholeness. And that's why the inner soul sanctuary is so important at this time. So I've put together an 8-day practice of essential transformational skills that will align you with your soul, with your higher self. And really at the center of this is the skill of unconditional self-love. How you can practice holding yourself in unconditional self-love, no matter what. So if this speaks to you, I really hope you'll take a look at the page and really consider joining me for Build Your Soul Sanctuary. Thank you.